Hello, valued viewers. Welcome to the first episode of a new RimWorld series called Reeko's Roughnecks. And I'm going to do something a little bit different in this one. We're not going to try to escape the planet. We're going to do a little role play on this. Reeko's Roughnecks is an engineering team that has been hired by the various Coalition of Dina faction to establish a oil refinery and product line services and develop aviation assets in support of the Coalition of Dina's fight against multiple insurgencies. There are multiple cannibal and pirate factions on this map. Now, we aren't going to have any fallen empires. There's no fallen empires. There's no mech clusters. Those have been disabled for this. If we go to the factions and look at the factions, we have the Civil Outlander Union here, the Coalition of Dien. These are the only ones that will be neutral or allies with us. They start out essentially with goodwill. Again, they have hired us to do the work for them. There are several tribes. There's a savage tribe, a cannibal tribe, always be hostile. There's a pirate gang and a cannibal pirate gang. All of them are hostile to our service here. Now, the objective of this, as I said, and we come back down here to our little colony here. Let's go ahead and zoom in on it so we can take a look at what we have here. We are establishing ourselves on a shoreline. So we're on a shoreline, and the objective is we want to set up oil refining and aviation assets. In this case, it's going to be helicopters. I've added a couple mods to the game to support that. If we jump over here to research, you'll see that I've gone in and put the SRTS expanded mod in, which will allow me to support helicopters. I'm not going to build any of the space shuttles. We're just going to be looking at building out helicopters for transport and attack purposes. I've also installed Rheinfeller, which will allow us to drill for oil. So there will be oil assets on this map. We'll be able to do that. And this research will allow us to do chem fuel refining, synthread, napalm, artificial fluorines, all the way up to potentially we can generate plasteel and hyperweave. So there's a lot of good stuff here. We've also added a few other things in the vanilla expanded framework. Siege equipment, a number of different defensive capabilities. Siege equipment, trench warfare, sentry guns, artillery, pulse charge defenses, a lot of different defensive capabilities that we can build out. We've also added a few of the more advanced power assets where we can go ahead and get advanced turbines, wind turbines, solar generation, tidal power, advanced batteries, up to including nuclear power. I don't plan on going nuclear in this mod. I don't think I have enough time to do that. But the objective, as I said, for our group is to set up an oil refining capability and oil processing center on this map tile. We also want to develop aviation assets, set up several heliports and build heliports. And as a sidebar on this, we are also going to be trying to recruit and train up local forces to help fight the insurgency. So that's sort of where we are in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and start this and see how it goes. So here's our players. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. We have Leon, who is essentially an engineering type who has shooting skills for us and construction skills, a little bit of a miner also. We have Doc. Doc is pretty much our doctor, our medical and our researcher, great memory kind. We have Reeko, who is the leader of the Roughnecks. Reeko is a mid-world loner, combat engineer, iron-willed fast learner. He's got strong skills in shooting, construction, crafting, He's going to be leading a lot of this group. We have Jean. Jean is a farmer's son and a fugitive. She is a cooking plant animal specialist to help us feed the troops. Again, my expectation is that we're going to have a lot of people that we're going to be able to recruit into this. I've done some things in the setup to allow us to get recruits here on a fairly regular basis. We have Gabri. Gabri is our well, she'll be sort of our chaplain and moral guide on this. She's got artistic, social skill set. She's going to be the one that will be doing an awful lot as far as helping us with recruiting. And then finally, I have Stanislav. Stanislav is a iron-willed, adventuring battle mechanic with high shooting skills, high mining skills, ready to just take on the world. So Stanislav is also going to be one of the strong players in this. So again, let's get this going. We'll go ahead and go to orders, and we will allow everything on the map. Oops, hang on here. Let me turn off the development mode. We don't need to see that up there. Let's go ahead and get this going, and we'll go to allow all. Let's allow everything on the map. And let's take a look at our resources here, where we have. So we do have, looks like we've got some insects over in these caves over here. I really don't want to do a whole lot in the caves at the moment. This is an interesting spot here with deep water right outside a cave wall, or right outside the mountain wall. This can actually be turned into a very strong defensive position if you mine in behind it. We have another set of insects here. So we don't want anybody really wandering into the mine areas yet, or into the cave areas yet, or mining anything over here, because I think that's going to be just a problem dealing with the insects. We'll get to the insects in time. The other thing I see on the map is that it looks like there is an ancient danger here. So this is something that we'll eventually want to open up and see what's in it. Let's take a look around. Oh, what's this over here? Do I have two ancient dangers? Oh goodness, I may have two ancient dangers on this map. Looks like there's one here and potentially one here. Ah, so double the opportunity. So that's a good thing. I do have, you know, these relics. I need to get a mod that'll stop these relics from spawning. I hate seeing all these old cars on the map and engines and things like that. I think it just clutters things up, and it takes time to get rid of them. We do have, it looks like, a number of steam geysers. Yeah, there's 3 just right there. 1, 2, 3, and I think I saw some more over here. There's another one over here. Where's the other one? I saw one there. Yeah, there's another one here. So 4, 5. So we've got like 5 steam geysers on it. So that's going to be a good opportunity for us to generate some power with geothermal. Let's see. I've got. Let's also sort of just go ahead and let's mark out where we find some assets. Here's that looks like that's all steel. We're gonna. And one thing about this this run through, it's going to take a lot of steel. Awful lot of steel to get this done. So here's, we've got steel over here. Steel over here. Steel there. Steel here, steel here. Oh, a big chunk of steel there. Oh, another big chunk of steel here and here. And steel here. So we've got lots of steel, it looks like, on the map. Let's see, we've got some of this offshore pinnacles. No, I don't see anything in those. One thing I didn't see is, let's see, just take a little bit closer look around here and see if we have any compact steel or gold or uranium. What's this right here? What's that? That's compact steel. I'm looking for what would be, again, lots of steel in here. This is good. I'm looking for, okay, here, right here, this is compact machinery. So we'll have to deal with that, the bugs at some point, but that's compact machinery. We get components there. Just looking for good stuff. Yeah, there's more steel there. Steel there. That looks like a good steel node in there. Yeah, look at this. There's lots of steel. This is good. Oh, this looks like, yeah, this is compact machinery there. Make that a little bit bigger so I can see it easier. More compact machinery there. More compact machinery there. So we've got lots of compact machinery that we can get. So we may want to go after and knock out this insect node early on in the game. Let's see if there's anything else that we see. This is pretty much all granite, which is good. Granite is a strong material for us to... oh, what's this? Oh, this is uranium. So we've got a uranium node that's sticking out right here. That's good. There's uranium there. Okay. I think was there anything in this up here? No, I don't see anything in that. Okay, so that's pretty good. So I think, we've got a lot of potential resources there. Let's take a look also now at where we can put crops in. So it looks like we've got some crops or rich soil here. Not a whole lot of rich soil. Now again, I wouldn't necessarily be expecting a lot of rich soil. We are in temperate forest, but we are on a beach. And as you see, with a lot of sand and things like that, there's not going to be a whole lot of opportunities for us to do a lot of farming in rich soil. But we will be putting farms down. We need to get farmland in because obviously, if I'm going to be recruiting a lot of people, there's going to be lots of people to feed. Now, let's go ahead and look at our characters. Let's see. I want to make sure. So, who are going to be my good shooters? Doc, you're not a good shooter. You should probably go to the back of the line. Stanislav, you're going to be a good shooter. I know you are. Reeko, I know you're a good shooter. We'll put you up front. Gene, not so much. Gabri, a little bit. So let's go ahead and at least get all of these folks to equip with the heavy weapons. And then get Gene and Doc to pick up the machine pistols. Now, I've also got helmets and flak vests. The idea here is obviously this is a group of people that have been hired out before in the past. They know what they're getting into. They know that they're coming into difficult situations on a hostile planet, so they are prepared to defend themselves. They will have good weaponry, good armor. As a matter of fact, one of the other things I put into this one was some heavy weapons capabilities from the Vanilla Expanded. So you'll see that here's some exoskeleton frames, and I've got a couple heavy weapons in here. I've got a uranium slug rifle, and I thought I might have had, yes, a heavy flamer. Now these weapons, typically you need power armor or an exoskeleton frame just to pick them up. But they're interesting weapons. Let's look at this one first. The slug rifle, damage of 55, range of 56, as you can see. And it fires fairly slow. The one thing about these weapons is they cannot be reloaded once you're finished firing them. And it will have so many rounds, and I don't know where it is in here. After so many rounds, this weapon will essentially become unusable. It just runs out of bullets and it's no good. You gotta get rid of it or make another one. Same thing with a heavy flamer. Powerful military flamer based on mechanoid inferno spewers. Tire area extremely heavy, requires power armor to use effectively. Limited number of uses. So again, this one has a damage of 12, but again, really good damage per second. Very tough weapon. But again, these weapons, because they're big, they're heavy, they will slow people down. They aren't going to be able to move as fast with them, and they are of limited use. So we're going to have to use those in very specialized situations. So let's see. Where do we want to set up? I was seeing I've got 2 geothermals here. Let's go ahead and mark the geothermals here. So this is where one geothermal would be. Once I research it, of course. I don't have it researched yet. There would be another one. Now let's just put another, like, bit around it, just so I've got an idea of what I would be building out. Let's go ahead and remove this here, just so it gives me an idea when I'm laying out a base where I'd put things. And let's go too far over there. So something like that. So that's 2 good geothermals. I thought there was this third one. It's over here. Let's not. See, that's getting pretty close to the side of the map. That's one other thing about being on those beachheads. If you notice, there is no point of egress from the south. There will be no amphibious landings from the north, not that I'm aware of. Everyone's going to come from the east and the west. So we can set up defenses to manage that accordingly. Because I did increase the population size on the enemy factions, so their bases should be tougher. They should have more people in them. Again, this is really going to be more of a develop the resources and deal with a lot of fighting. Over here, got a lot of junk over here that is going to be actually, this will end up being cover for enemies, so I really want to clean this up if at all possible. But again, I think the first thing we need to do is just establish an initial stockpile, and I'm thinking maybe over in this area. I mean, we've got some rough ground here that we aren't going to plan on that. We've got stuff here, so I'm thinking the first thing I want to do is sort of lay out what is our base going to look like. So let's do a what if here. Let's just sort of throw some what ifs down. I'm just getting an idea here of what we would do. So let's say if we have a base, what is this? This is what, 13, I think? I want it to be 11. Okay, 11 wide. That's good. That's what I want. So if we go 11 by, say, another 11, and come here and draw a line down here. Apologies if for having you wait through this. I just want to figure out what I would do. And my thought processes on this is we're going to have one area that's going to be a sort of a refrigerator kitchen area. We'll have sort of a grate area, rec room type area. We'll have a engineering, mechanics, crafting room. And then we'll figure out other things like bedrooms, hospitals, storage facilities, and things like that. So I think this is where I'm going to try to start. Let's see, where am I in the map? I might be over a little bit too far. Yeah, I think I'm over a little bit too far to this side. Let's take it over. Build it something like that. I know that's right on top of the geothermal, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about being on top of a geothermal. This is just sort of, ballpark. And again, we may need to move this. One of the first things I need to do is in Rimfeller, I need to get the resource console up so I can find out where the oil is underground. Where the oil is, if I build all this and there's a giant oil resource right underneath this, I will have a problem. So let's do this. We'll say this will be the future kitchen freezer. This will be the future, or actually probably this is where I'll build out the initial sleeping quarters and things like that, and this will be a mechanic room to begin with. So let's go ahead then and put in a stockpile zone in here. Something like that. Something like that. I do want to cut all the trees in here. Oh, that's the other thing that I've got to do. Apologies here, folks. We got to go over people's work priorities and get the work priorities taken care of. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Work priorities. All right, so everybody's going to firefight. Everybody can be a patient. Everybody does basic. Gabri, you are really my social animal, so you're going to be the warden and the trader, and you can do secondary doctor stuff too, so we'll keep that there for you. Reeko could also warden. I'll put him at a high level on wardening. Cooking. Looks like I can cook with pretty much Gene is it. So that's important. Gene, you are going to be cooking, managing, and growing. That's the other thing that we need. Combat training. Everybody. Oh, the other thing, the mod that I put into this was apparently I will be able to build combat dummies. I'll have to figure out where that was and how that's set up. I have not tested that particular module yet, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out, how we can build out a training range and help our people learn their skill sets, upgrade their range, their shooting, and their melee comm sets. Which is a good point. Let's jump over here to ideology. Reeko's Roughnecks, supremacists, collectivists, human primacy. Drug use, medical only, no recreational drugs or anything like that. Obviously, you know, bonding is disapproved. Corpses directly. Work drive is tripled. Leader's work drive is a triple ability, so that will really help us as far as construction. Because again, we're an engineering group. Makes sense. We don't like insects, insect meat. There is, there's something else here. Organ use is acceptable. Research is normal. More important thing here is leader is called skipper. Moral guide is the chaplain. Spelling there, I got to change that. We have melee specialists. Now this is an interesting piece. When you none of the original 6 of the group are going to be trained as melee or sharpshooter specialists. This is really for us to train up the recruits that we bring into the faction. So you notice as a melee specialist, they can go into berserk trance. They must be a dominator with a melee skill of at least 6 to start with, and they get big chances to melee hit, dodge hits, but they won't use regular weapons, and look, everything is disabled for them. They can't cook, hunt, grow, mine, plant cut, smith, tailor, craft. They are literally shock troops to go out and fight. Same thing with the sharpshooters. We go and look at the sharpshooters. This is again, they have a marksman. Must have at least a shooting skill of 6. They get +6 accuracy, aiming time minus, won't use melee weapons, and again, everything is disabled. So these are 2 very powerful specialist groups that we have in the ideology for us to work with. I added 2 sort of rituals. Both these rituals will allow us to potentially gain another recruit. Everything else here is just pretty straightforward. No big deal on that. So again, important stuff. Let's go back to the work priorities. I think we've got them all pretty good. I want to get let's get everybody hauling right now to get them into this area here. All of our resources, and then I'll probably look to build out just a wooden structure, simple wooden structure. Let's something like this. going to need enough room for 6 people in it, so maybe I will build a separate structure to house the... let's delete this for the time being. We're going to need 6 beds. 6 beds. Going to need a table to eat. Stools. And I am eventually going to want a simple research bench. Yes, I know it's outside. Let's put a wooden door in here, and let's put a wooden door over here for the time being. Let's put a dumping stockpile out here. And this dumping stockpile, I want to add into that, let's see, no corpses, just chunks, but also let's put the any stone blocks, steel, and wood into this zone. Eventually, I'm going to put something up, and I'll put shelves on it and stuff like that, so that we can do this all with shelves. Let's just add onto this structure something over here. Maybe a little bit bigger, we'll see. And this is just going to be for the initial storage, and keep the initial storage of products out of harm's way. Now in this initial storage, I want to remove from it no stone blocks, no steel, no wood. Everything else can go in it at this point. Okay. Then the other things that that's pretty much, that's a tall order for first day. Let's go ahead and not allow this on the first day. Tall order, and let's hold on these initially. The more important thing is to get the beds and the walls up, and we could, yeah, let's see what we can do with this. So let's, where's our adventurers? Let's get this moving and see where people go. Everybody pick up their guns, and I say, haul, haul, haul. Leon, get the wood. Yes. I put another mod in here called, I think it was called Pick Up and Go, that will allow people to haul things a little bit more efficiently. So that's a big deal. So as you can see, we really got almost all of the items first round. Where are you guys going? They're picking up components, some other things over here. So hopefully we'll get all this stuff. Just a little more intelligent hauling there. So that'll help us out. Who else can cut wood? Who else do I have in cutting plants? I only have one person cutting plants. Gabby, why don't you cut some plants? And I really don't care about skill set here. Just cut them down, folks. Get the plants cut. And then, tell you what, Reeko, you forget about that. Reeko, you and Leon and Stanislav, let's start building. There we go. So let's build out here a little bit. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. I don't think we're going to have anything really to worry about for a while. More trees than I wanted in here. I probably should have built it out over here on this side. It would have been a little bit more efficient as far as not having to worry about cutting trees down. Well, they seem to be getting through it pretty good. Cut down also. And anything else left, I'll allow these to be built. Let's put just a let's just put a torch in here for the time being, so we have some opportunity here to see. All right. Let's go ahead and put a recreation. Let's go ahead and try to build a table there and a horseshoe out here. Now let's build it out a little bit further. Cancel that one. Yeah, that'll be fine. We made short work of that. Let's go ahead and allow the simple workbench. Someone started on that. Some other things that we're going to need to have will be I need a stone cutter's table. Just put that like right there for the time being. Yes, I know it's outside. And let's put a butcher's table out here also. Get those going. All right, research. So research. What do I want to get to first? I want to go down here. I think geothermal might be a really good thing for me to get right off the bat. I know that's a lot of research to pick that up, but that may just about completely, with 2 geothermal plants here, we might be able to go ahead and have a big leg up on our power. Now we're going to need a lot of power. The oil refining is going to take a ton of power, a ton of steel to get that going, and I haven't even talked about building the helicopters and the helipads. Helicopters, it's going to be more resource intensive rather than power intensive. The big challenge with the helicopters is they're going to need a ton of chem fuel, a ton. So one of the reasons why we need to get the refinery up to make that all work. Let's go back to research. I could go gunsmithing. Might be good. Or we could do some quality of life. I could do beer brewing. Always fun to have beer in the, to deal with mood challenges. Sterile materials, don't think we need that yet. Solar panels, maybe, don't know. These are quick wins. Solar would be a quick win. Beer would be a quick win. But I got to think about what I really need. At some point I'm going to have to get long blades and plate armor because that's going to allow me to get the flak armor, which is really what we're going to be leveraging for our troops that we develop. So let's just go down the path right now of getting. Let's go ahead and just do the plate armor. That'll give us a prerequisite to this. Or do I do drugs? Do the plate armor. Let's see if there's anything I need to do over here in Rimfell. No, not at the moment. I mean, the chem fuel refining, not till I have. And is there anything I want to do here? Ooh, tidal power. What's a tidal generator take? Doesn't say what it takes for me to build it. I think it is a fairly expensive item. I know that the geothermal plants are expensive to to build, but it's about the same amount of resource time. So let's not do that. Let's trench warfare. This would be more defenses. I don't think I need those going right yet. I think I want to get. Let's go ahead and get. Let's go ahead and get gunsmithing. Let's start the gunsmithing piece right now. And then the other thing I should do is I should think about where am I going to grow some crops. Do have good cropland over here. I don't want to get too far over. I want to be able to control it. Let's try. This is kind of out of the way, but let's go ahead and start here. I know this will get us some food fast if I just set this up here and put in rice. Rice grows very well in rich soil, grows fast in rich soil. So let's go ahead and do this just to say this is rice. And then let's come out here in this open area over here and let's make a zone for long term. Let's make corn. Corn is very good long term. It takes the least amount of work to get it. It takes a while to grow, but it gives you a lot of food product. We'll also need to set something up for. Let's set something up for heel root. I need heel root. Ooh, heel root takes 8. What is my best grower? 7. Oh well, she'll have it in no time. We'll leave it out here as heel root. Once she does a little bit of planting, she should be able to raise that up to 8 fairly quickly. Then I also want. Let's go ahead and make another one over here for. We'll make this decorative so that people can change what they look like. So rice, corn, heel root, and I'm not gonna go after the beer at this point, so I'm not gonna grow hops. So we'll just do this as an initial. And then let's take a quick look at the wildlife on the map. Oh yeah, we got lots of stuff we can hunt here. A bunch of bucks. I'm not real happy with the boomalopes. We'll wait for it to rain and then we'll go after the boomalopes. Lots of bunnies. Bunnies just don't give you any really meat or leather. They're just from my perspective. Oh, they're cute, but they're a sort of a hassle. They're a nuisance, I think is the right word. They're going to come in. They're going to eat my crops. Same thing with the squirrels. So let's not hunt right now until I have a butcher table up. And the other thing I would need is let's think about power. Obviously, I can't do the geothermal yet. That's going to be something that I want on my list. What kind of power capabilities do I have? I can put up some wood-fired generators. These are sort of a, once you put them down, you can't move them. They do have a portable generator that we got. Let's see, portable generator gives me medium, and this can be moved. It's light enough to carry around, so it is portable. Versus a regular wood-fired generator that when you put it down, it's down. You can't do anything with it. You have to break it down. So I'm going to just, for the time being, I'm going to put a, maybe we should put a wind turbines. We're going out here on the beach. Yeah, let's think about that. Let's get some granite. Get some granite hauled. Let's set the bill up here for butcher table, butcher creature, do forever. Where is my... What am I missing here? I need wood. Do I have enough wood to do this? Looks like I do have enough wood to make it. And then we'll go ahead and set the bill on this to make granite blocks, and we'll do this forever. And on this, any worker can do this. And then over here, as far as butchering, I want pretty much Jean to do this. She's the only one I want to butcher the creatures. And let's see. What do I want to do next? Let's do some more tree cutting. Get some trees out of the way here. And let's go ahead and cancel some of this. It's a little too much for right now. Okay. Speed it up a little bit. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. How many components did I have? 50. So let's go ahead and build a wood. I'm going to need a lot more wood. Let's go ahead and take this and expand this over a little bit. In fact, let's shrink it a little bit here so people can move more easily. And we'll take it out a little bit. And let's see about a generator. Let's go ahead and build a wood-fired generator. And again, I know these are kind of throwaway at this point until I get up a better process. But we'll put a generator in right there. We'll be able to run power down to it. And that looks like a pretty good first day. We'll go ahead and go through the night. And let's see, what else do I wanted to think about? So research is coming slowly with gunsmithing. Oh, they're going to need warm clothes, so let's think about this. 451 steel. We're going to need more steel, so let's get somebody to start mining some steel. Where's the nearest steel? I think it's over here. Cargo pods. What do we get? Oh, look at that! Whole bunch of rice. Not gonna say no to rice. Now let's go ahead over here and let's get some mining done. Oh, this was the uranium. I really don't need the uranium yet. Let's get some of this done. Let's see where I'm going. Okay, let's get that going. Generator is up. Let's go ahead and run some power. Get power conduit down this way. No, let's not do that. Let's run the power. Cancel that. How do I want to run this power? Because I'm actually going to have the walls here at some point. Let's, I hate leaving power outside. But let's do this. And then I'll put a electric stove here. And how many? I've got 420 granite blocks. Let's start thinking about what we're going to do as far as building out the kitchen at this point. So, structure, granite wall, build a granite wall sort of like this. And I want to build the coolers in a chimney. Then we'll build a copy here, and the idea will be to leave this area unroofed. Then we could put a, this is, probably wasn't smart here. I probably should have ran this way. But we will. Let's go ahead and reinstall that there, just for the time being. And let's build this out and get this going. Something like that. Actually, let's cancel that, because I won't need it. Let's go back to power, or temperature. Grab the coolers. 3 coolers. Wall. Door. Zone. Okay, that's good. And just run the power this way. Okay. Oh, and a flash storm. Right. This is not good. It's going to burn everything up. And this being wood, this is not good. So let's go ahead and go zone, expand the home zone, and let's get everybody up. And go fight the fire, folks. Hopefully we'll get some rain. Come on, we're on the beach. Give me some rain. We're getting rid of all of my wood resources, folks. Expand the home zone over this way a little bit. Don't want this close to my wooden structures. Alright, let's get rid of that. All right. Let's see. What does this generate? 1,000 watts of power. These takes. So let's go ahead and take this temperature down. -2 in here. Well, let's chop this tree down first, obviously, so that I can freeze everything in here. Get this roofed. Let's change the zone back a little bit here. Cows join. A group of cows. 2 cows have joined us. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with cows right now. Let me think about that with cows. I might build out a pen because cows will give us milk. What do we have? What kind of cows? Of course, a male and a female, which means we could have little cows and we could provide meat for us. But I just don't know if I have the time and the effort to try to handle that. So I think before I make a decision on that, I think this is where I'll leave it for right now. I think we've got Doc. You're not doing anything, Doc. Why are you not doing anything, Doc? You could be mining something. Have I got all the mining done over here? No, Doc, why aren't you mining? So let's go to Doc. Doc. Oh, you don't have mining set up. So, Doc, you can mine. And Gabby, you got lots of other stuff going on. What's Gabby doing? That's crafting, that's fine. Gene, what are you doing? You're planning, that's very important. Leon, you're researching. Reeko, you're building. Alright, so we'll let Gene help Stanislav do some mining over here. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you all for watching. Look forward to more adventures of Reeko's Roughnecks as we try to establish our oil refinery and our refining processes and develop our aircraft. Thank you very much. Everyone stay safe and have a terrific day.